Hey, Craig here. I'm going to be starting a new series on my channel about electrical. Originally I was going to make a separate electrical channel because I didn't know if everybody wanted to follow electrical videos. But after I found out how complicated it was running another channel, I just decided to put it on this channel. I'll try to keep them mainly, based around, shop stuff, that kind of thing. So the first video I'm going to do is I basically I have two shop lights over on this side, and I recently cleaned out all the shelving you may have seen over here before on previous videos, and I got one of these rolling tool chest things. And I'm going to actually probably get one more of them right next to it in this space over there. But it's really dark over on that side. I've got one light, up in the middle here. But I can't really see the mini mill very well. And I can't see the bench over there. So anyways, in this video I'm going to be adding two more fluorescent lights up on this side just like on the other side. Alright. Okay, well I've had these two fluorescent strips just kind of laying around. Actually, they're outside for a little bit, so they're kind of a little crusty, a little dirty inside. In fact, I don't know, I may have to change some of the ballast on them. But these aren't the kind with the pigtail on them. These are basically regular fluorescent strip fixtures. So I'm just going to go ahead and screw them up. I'll put the end caps on them and the sockets in, and then take the dimensions on here and just screw one up there and one up over there. Start by extending the wire a little bit here. Snap these sockets in on the ends here. Excuse the air conditioning. Just snap those in, and this pops in here. Actually, I'm going to I'll take that out later. I have to knock one of these out. In fact, I'll knock this one out. It's a lot easier to knock these out now than when they're up in there. I just have to make sure that this one is pointing the right way. These just snap in the ends here. Alright. I'll do the same on the other side here, and I'll do that for both fixtures, then I'll get ready to put them up. Okay, so I got my two fixtures all set up here. Some screws in my pocket. I marked the ends where I want it to start on either end. So make sure we get the right end facing this way. For where my there's going to be a spacing between them, so I put a knockout in the hole here between the two fixtures, so I can put a piece of cable in between. Okay, I'll go ahead and do the same for the next one. Okay, I got both fixtures installed now. I just have to start running the cable. This is the cable I'm going to use right here. This is called the MC cable for metal clad cable. And I'm basically going to estimate how long I need the cable to go into the fixture to hook up to the ballast from the connector. And so figure about this long. So I'm just gonna bend it right there and twist. I'm gonna twist it open enough to be able to get my strippers in here, my wire strippers. And making careful not to cut it, make sure it doesn't cut anything. Pull this off. Pull this off. Cut that off. And now right here where it's sharp right there, I'm going to have to cut that back so it doesn't damage the insulation. You're supposed to use a special rotary tool, but I always seem to lose mine and misplace it. They're so big and bulky, they're hard to carry around. Usually when you buy a roll of this cable, MC cable, it comes with these little bushings like this right here. And you just insert this in here. I usually try to point there's like an open side here. I usually try to point that away from the edges around here. Okay, once I got the bushing in there, there's different types of connectors. They got this pushing type. They don't even usually need a bushing for. You just push it right in there. It's got a little bushing on there. But these are a little more expensive. Sometimes they're harder to get on to snap into the fixture. Sometimes they're easier. Rather than you don't have to use the lock nut to lock it down. But so just open this connector here. And put this through this way. Go ahead and tighten these down. Not too tight. You don't want to like tighten it down so much that it just smashes the wires. Just enough for it to hold it on there, you know. Alright, just take the lock nut off. Okay, I've removed this part right here. This just pulls out. You push on it and this pulls out. And I'm just gonna slide this in through here. Put the lock nut on it. Tighten this up. Okay. And put this back on. Okay. And I've already pre-cut this to the length that I need to connect the wires in the other side. And I need to strip the shielding here so I can connect here. So I'm gonna go a little further than that just to make sure it's not too short. Do the same thing here. Being careful not to cut the wires inside. And so where we are for the connector, I'm going to take this out. Looks like we need to take a little more off. So I'll just carefully peel this back, making sure not to damage the wires. That looks about right there. Cut the extra and clean it off a little and pull this off. Cut that. Alright. I'll do the same thing. I'll put another bushing on. And another connector. Again, tighten it down, but not too tight. And I'll pass this through here. And put the lock nut on. Now if it ends up being too short or too tight here, you can always just take the screws out and move the fixture down. But that worked out pretty good. And I'll put this back on. Okay, the next thing to do is to run power from this fixture down to the other fixture down there. The fixture that I have in the middle here is on a separate switch. I've got one switch for the main light in the middle, and then one switch for the workbench lights. So I'm going to run down to that other light over there. All right. Okay, I went ahead and connected the next cable to the light, the one that's going to go to the current light, the one that's working over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually mark with a marker, Sharpie, on which ones I'm actually going to strap to, and actually put the straps up there, pre-install them. Then I can come back and just slip the cable in. And then tighten up the straps. And then it'll be ready to tie onto the fixture down here.